Okay, we should be live now. Hello and welcome and stuff. Hopefully we're live, and hopefully the audio balance is good today. This is the first game I've streamed with keyboard and mouse rather than a controller, so the microphone and the keyboard have swapped places on my desk to make that slightly more comfortable. So hopefully everything still sounds okay. I've lowered the audio volume a little bit for the game because it's going to get loud once gunshots are going off. So hopefully that's all good. Tell me once we get started if it's not. Let me just open the chat, that's always helpful. So today we're doing that, basically. This is just going to be a quick test stream to see if this emulator works, to make sure everything's okay, and then if it all goes to plan, I will do a full stream of this and GoldenEye at some point, possibly. For now, we're just going to play on noob difficulty and see how it goes while I get used to the controls and such, and I will also forewarn anybody watching that I am not good at PC shooters. Anyone who has played Left 4 Dead 2 with me will know this. So don't expect miracles just because I'm playing on PC. However, it is an interesting experience to have this much freedom. We're going to be slow and boring and go through the tutorial thing.
I'll walk you around the training rooms.
While we listen to the awesome music. And listen to some footsteps awkwardly.
The information center is through this door.
I'd say this is another one of those games that really pushed the N64 to its technical limits, like a lot of Rare's games seem to. This one was way ahead of its time, in my opinion.
In here we have the device lab. Hello.
I just don't have the patience for this.
This is another one of the games which, like Banjo-Tooie, has fantastic lighting as well. In most of the rooms which are enclosed, you can shoot out every light individually and end up with the room being pitch black, and it's kind of awesome. Quite fitting for the name of the game, I suppose.
This leads to the simulant training room.
Then we have surround sound and such. And reflections. I'm pretty sure I did, yes. It should be updated if you refresh, depending on how long you've been sitting in the stream. If I didn't, then I guess that's too bad. I certainly haven't advertised the stream to anyone, so it's not a major problem, I guess.
This corridor leads down to the hangar. Okay, Joe, I'll leave you to prepare for the mission.
Oh, it is updated. Cool. I thought I just hadn't clicked, like, save or something, or the save just hadn't worked.
I'm expecting a good show. Don't let me down.
Time to show off these elite PC aiming skills that I don't have. The reloading animations and the guns in general in this game are so far above and beyond GoldenEye, it's ridiculous. And every gun has a secondary firing mode also. see. What do we need for gold? 170, 24 bullets, 10 seconds. A temple place with cloaking enemies. That sounds like the final level from that description. I don't think I'll be getting there anytime soon. Oh. Alright, that one's about to score. Well, anyway, we know what we're doing now, except for what the back button is. I guess that would depend on whether the enemies were human or not. If they were human, then spoilers, I guess. Anyway, whatever, let's just start the game. Screw the rest of the training rooms. So which difficulty setting should we go for? What do we think? There is indeed an alien called Elvis in this. And he wears blue suede shoes. It's fantastic. Special Agent it is. So disable the hubs and obtain the necklace. That's fine. Whoops. Yeah, we still have a little bit of getting used to the controls. Whatever. He dead. Okay. That needs turning off. Auto aim off. That kinda screws me up with a keyboard and mouse. My main opponent right now is these controls. They do not compute with the muscle memory at all. There's an example of that darkness. My keyboard is mechanical, so apologies if the clicks are annoyingly loud. And then we're only on Special Agents, so we don't need to worry about the middle floors. No, I have not played that game. I played Tomorrow Never Dies on the PS1. Back in the day. It had nothing on GoldenEye though.
There's someone here.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that figures, I guess. Ow, I took damage. Because impatient, or bad. Or both. Meh. let's just move right along. Fun fact, in the Xbox Live Arcade version of this game, that guy there is always Peter Molyneux, every time. You get to knock him out, and people love it.
What?
Oh, and the guy saw me because I watched the cutscene, which means the level was loaded for longer, which means his position had changed. There are some level speedrun strats that involve waiting a certain amount of time, watching the cutscene before you begin, to make sure that the enemy placement is optimal. Oh, I already pressed that. I can't remember what I did 2 seconds ago. Also, speed strafing is so easy with a keyboard. Maybe I should try getting good by going for more headshots, but clearly that's not happening. Pretty sure that face was reused from GoldenEye. Anyway. Hurry up, please. Is it a first-person game? This relies on Perfect Dark and GoldenEye both using the 1.2 control setups, and then they're kind of the same between games, I guess. You can still customize stuff, but the defaults are designed for that particular control scheme. Although it was interesting how on the N64 you could use the 2-point-whatever control schemes, which let you use two controllers so that you could aim and move with sticks. That was an interesting way of getting around the one-stick problem. Because rare. Oh, the cam spy might be problematic actually because it doesn't turn with the mouse. I don't remember how to rotate the cam spy, so we may struggle in a couple of the levels. Let's run in here really fast. And take massive radioactive damage, which means now we can't see crap for like 10 minutes. Which used to really weird me out as a kid. I always used to be like, what's wrong with my game? And it turns out I was just walking into the radioactive isotope, because I did not know what a radioactive isotope was. This game has an extremely wide variety of such clips. And there's also some quite uncommon ones which you can hear by doing stuff like shooting their weapons out of their hands, or letting them run for backup, or pull out their secondary weapons, that sort of thing. I love the attention to detail, but that goes for pretty much all of their games. I don't even need to come down here, I don't know why I'm doing this. I guess I need to do the experiments anyway, so meh. And he does have a K7 Avenger, which is probably the best sounding weapon in the game. Immo. I hope my CPU fan doesn't sound obnoxiously loud right now.
Something like this using a lot of power. Shut down the experiments.
I'll shut it down. My experiments!
That is great news, if so. I have added a noise reduction thing now that I've actually bothered to update OBS. So hopefully that helps. One day I'll stop pressing the wrong button.
There, the experiment is down.
Thanks.
Who the hell are you?
Switch this thing off.
Allow me to assist you.
This guy looks just like somebody who I used to work with. Nope. Definitely won't be happening. That guy always goes to activate the alarm, and then you can just try the others manually once he's knocked out. Now we need to catch up with that cleaning bot we were programmed earlier. Although, let's be honest, the vast majority of people watching this would already know that. And it looks like I just missed it, so I'll see you in about 10 minutes. They are indeed improving in quality. And production value to an extent, I suppose. At some point I might actually advertise in places other than a one-on-one Skype chat that a stream is occurring. But probably not. This is just kind of a means to have stuff to upload to YouTube as far as I'm concerned. Even though YouTube's algorithm really doesn't seem to like my voice or something like that, because like half of the videos I upload it's like, nope, not suitable for appetizers, and then I request a review, and then even though it's like, nope, we can't review this until it has 1,000 views in the last 7 days, they just review it anyway and then accept it. It's pretty stupid. Also, I'm pretty sure Lillian is going to stream this game at some point because she's actually good at PC shooters. Them epic mouse skills. And then she can put me to shame. Haha, having played this before, I knew they would appear, and therefore I was able to cheat. See if the threat detector works in this emulator. It does. That's cool. We don't need it though. I guess there's only 2 on special. So that's where we meet Dr. Carl, and it turns out he's an AI, whatever. something something. Actually, there is one thing I really like about this game, and GoldenEye for that matter, is that the difficulty level changes the objectives and the progression through the level, rather than just like giving the enemies more health or make them do more damage, which also does occur. But there's a lot more variety than just that. Apparently the night vision glow doesn't work properly, but that's cool. Thanks, Meebot.
Lock down the ground floor. Get to the elevator.
Yeah, there's quite a remarkable amount of changes with the difficulty setting in this game, and also for co-op. Ah, he spotted me. Wait, but I didn't get spotted here, so did I pick up the thing? Oh, I did. The 6th guy drops a magnum if you kill him before you get spotted once. So we've got 15 seconds before the lights come back on. I am not a fan of stealth, gotta be honest. Yeah, that tends to happen a lot with the older games that I used to play pretty much continuously as a child, over and over. This and Banjo-Kazooie, and to a lesser extent Banjo-Tooie and GoldenEye. And also Ocarina and Majora's Mask. They were like the big 6. Although I know Mario 64 pretty well too. Alright, the lift's already active in Special. I can also show some secret cheese, because a lot of the levels have a secret cheese, if you know exactly where to look. Before we go back up here, it's best to send him back down again to keep him safe. Bye-bye. Of course, Perfect Agent is still ridiculously hard. This Magnum has one of the best firing sounds and reload animations in the game.
She's here!
Hopefully it comes from this side. There it is. Did we get the key card? Oh, we did get the office key card, that's cool. So, assuming this grenade doesn't glitch through the floor, which it does like to do. I think it did. It did. Assuming that hadn't happened, this wall would then blow up, and then we go in there, we get a dragon and some secret cheese, and it's cool. But it's not what I wanted. Wait, that is what I wanted. Ignore me. Meh.
We meet again, girl. You've become quite an annoyance.
These are all wearing night vision.
Good night.
So we just kind of flick the lights on, which blinds them all. Except I already killed most of them. But yeah. I totally did kill an unarmed man, but he was, in my defense, preparing a rocket launcher for some other guy. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. And the game doesn't care because otherwise I would have failed, like you do for killing pretty much every other unarmed person in the game. Except those two. Because I guess they don't like them. think this stage coming up has one of the biggest twists on Perfect Agent, because in Agent and Special you have to save the negotiator, but in Perfect you are the negotiator and don't have that objective. It's one of the only times where you lose an objective in Perfect Agent. The only time, in fact.
Agent Dark, mission log 1846 hours. Last night... Got to be quick or they'll kill the negotiator.
You instead start down there on the pier with a laptop gun. Perfect Agent has by far the most interesting and intricate level designs and objectives, but it's rather difficult. It took me a long time before I was ever willing to try it as a child. But it was worth it. Especially because, like GoldenEye, you get stuff for finishing the entire game on each difficulty. That was weird. Wait, what am I? Oh, right, yeah. The zoom. This guy drops double CMP 150s if you get to him and kill him fast enough, but I just kind of stood around, so that's probably not happening. It's fun to know, though. Or with the Secret Devastator. Also, this guy does not work in this level at all, in this emulator. That's fine, I guess. Let's not get sniped to death. I like how their guns act as impenetrable body armor. But it's not what I meant to do, but I'll take it. Hi there. And I missed twice. On PC, there can be no forgiveness. Missed his ammo, but meh. Everyone knows sniper rifles are great for close quarters combat. Wait, how am I missing one of the snipers? They should all be dead by now, right? This weapon's secondary function is so OP. I love it. Oh, there he is. And yes, indeed, I think all three of the extra levels are with different characters in this game. You get one for each of the three difficulties. And they are hard. You also unlock a fourth secret level by getting a gold medal with every single weapon in the firing range, which is cool. I was never expecting that one. The random shield in the shower does not exist on special, apparently. I also like how every level has two distinct themes in this game too. The like regular level music and then the X theme for when shit goes down. Or, you know, a more age-appropriate way of saying that. So we kill some more people. We enjoy the smoothness of the mouse, because that's kind of the point of the emulator and stream. And then we make incredibly uninteresting commentary. While we kind of forget that we're streaming to people and just enjoy the game. I like how he said it's a spy, even though they're totally the ones infiltrating this mansion.
There's someone here.
Beholding Daniel.
And also, lines like "get her" and anything else, referencing the gender of the main character, still play during those secret levels, even though you play as males in all of them, so that's always fun. And there's also an Easter egg here where if you destroy every single wine bottle in this entire cellar, then you get a line from your boss telling you to grow up. Which I could show off, but let's face it, who can be bothered with that? Although I did find this Devastator, which helps a little bit.
Sir, are you injured?
No, Joanna. I'm...
Now it's time for Chicago, which I always hated very much. Because, again, the whole stealth thing. So, equipment, escape route, diversion, and entry. This might take a few tries, I'm not really sure of the best route for special. If we take our time. And to you. Because the FBI guys call for reinforcements and then you're kinda screwed. And if that taxi explodes, you're also a little bit screwed unless you get the bomb spy. Which is one of my favourite things about this this game's objective design as well, in that if you fail an objective and it tells you you've failed, it'll keep telling you to abort in the bottom left, but you can come up with alternative solutions to change the objective back from failed to incomplete, if you know what you're doing, sometimes. And I think that's awesome. But we'll try to not have that happen and just do it properly. Nope, there's no one here. Oh. Oops. Now if you could just not shoot the taxi, that'd be great. And if this door could close, that would also be great. This level probably has one of the better atmospheres, though. Take your time.
I don't want any trouble.
Oh crap, it's another FBI guy. Nope, no, 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 no. And then the robot saw me. Now we do need to be very careful not to kill those CIA guys here, which is really awkward, because he's just kind of standing there around all the enemies. Wait, do I not need to make the escape route in special? Oh, I do. That's number 2. That's fine then. I'm trying to not just randomly shoot people because I'm totally expecting to kill these people who I cannot kill without failing. Am I about to fail? So this is another interesting point where your decisions in this level affect the next one. There's a few of those in the game. You can put the remote mine on the bottom door to make the escape easier in the next level, or put it on the top to make it harder, but then you get cool stuff. I'm gonna go for the bottom, because I suck. DK mode, renamed to Monkey mode on the Xbox, for obvious reasons. More good design here where the cutscene shows her killing the first guard so that you can get a CMP 150 for these cloaked guys since it has follow lock on. But I'm not going to use that. Where's the last guy? Here you are. Is that it? I thought there was more than that. Oh, it's that guy, I guess. Ooh, almost pressed the alarm instead of the laser. That would have been pretty stupid. There's no damping field generator in special, is there? There is not. So there's a trick you can do in this level which seems like a bug, but it's actually mandatory to do the level fast enough to get one of the cheats. I'm not going to do it here because it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of the level, but actually this part might be awkward because I need the cam spy and I can't rotate. Fortunately it worked. But if you leave the cam spy just at the entrance to that room and then start decoding the safe later on, and then move the cam spy into the room just as the safe cracking starts, you can have the cutscene happen over the timer for the duration that you're supposed to defend the safe for, which means you basically don't have to do anything. And your mission time is also paused, which is why it saves you the minute. It's really weird, but it's cool. They just kind of ignore the alarm going off and talk over it anyway. That was weird. To be diff fast enough for the cheat, yes. It's pretty much mandatory unless you play like a god. It's a shame the lights don't seem to work properly on this emulator because they're kind of the best part. Although the room did get a little bit darker, having said that, when I shot those out. But yeah, this part here, this timer at the bottom just ticks down during the cutscene. There's no enemies spawning during that time. I guess I'll use the Magnum since it's one of the few places where I can, and it's fun, because the barrel rotates, and I like it. If I do get shot with one of these, it's gonna hurt a lot though. You know what, screw it. It's not fast enough right now. takes like an extra minute to open.
Time to leave.
Now we need to detonate our remote mine from before. Huzzah. There's a real possibility of death here. Especially because I need to make sure a certain guy is handled a certain way so that he's alive in the level after this.
Operative inside Area 51 was able to...
It's so easy to accidentally shoot their grenades as they fly out of their dying bodies. And then just wreck yourself. Turret's wrecked. This isn't the most accurate gun in the world. I think it's just proven that for itself. Damn it. He managed to call his friends. Oh well. Magsec 4. Why must your accuracy be so terrible, but you sound so awesome? Hopefully I got them all, or I'm kinda screwed. I do have to do this bit first, otherwise the guy who I spoke of will be gone. If I go down to the bomb, because he will have had enough time to repair the thing he's working on, and then he'll be gone. And I need him to be not gone. Oh hey. The AI is a cheating bastard. So I need to get him away from this thing, so it doesn't kill him when it explodes. And we need to press the right button. He should have survived that. Ooh, I thought that grenade was like a mine or something then. That was random. Well, that went about as well as it could have done. Didn't screw up the escape. So what next? Oh right, more of those. I thought these guys already came up the ramp. I guess they're different guys. Oh, I thought he was throwing a grenade, but he's just reloading his gun because, you know, sometimes they're just too stupid to have the guns already loaded. Turret was...
There's the antenna. But I can't throw a bug that high.
And now they're all destroyed, even though that's not an objective on this difficulty. It would be kind of awkward if I missed this throw. But I didn't. It has happened before, though. I'll take those. That was weird. I guess the emulator doesn't like these. And this is where that first robot interceptor that I destroyed would now be flying around, lasering me to death if I hadn't done the top bit first. Oh. That was a little bit painful. But we do have a shield. Shields do not exist at all in Perfect Agent, and this game does not hold your hand or pull any punches. You die, you start again, because this isn't like a modern game where everything is easy. This game will make all of the sufferings occur repeatedly. Now we just need to get to the end, right? Pretty much. Hopefully I still sound okay if I lean back a bit like this, because, yeah, my back is getting a little sore. I've been doing some weird position, which is terrible posture, for some reason. Grenade. Oh, I guess he didn't finish throwing it. Whoa, that grenade did not go as far as I had thought it had gone. And I'm sure one of these guys, like, killed themselves on top of me the first time I did this level. I, like, got to the next hangar, and then some guy just pulls out a grenade and keeps it in his hand until like, he dies. Because I was right next to him and I didn't know what he was doing. It was this first guy here. That guy. He was like, I'm gonna hold a grenade in my hand until we die. And I was like, what's that guy doing? And then I died, and then I was sad. Screw those guys.
Agent Dark, over here.
There you are.
Yep, there he is. I hate this level, but it's much worse on Perfect Agent. And because we saved that guy in the previous level,
All you have is that there is
we get the Phoenix here, which is fantastic. This part's a lot easier if you manage to go for a while without gunshots going off, but clearly I've already failed that. Oh, I didn't kill him. And he pulled out a spare on me. enemies have a lot of different potential reactions to losing their weapon. Sometimes they just throw their hands up and beg you to not kill them, and sometimes they punch you in the face. And sometimes they do that and run to warn their allies. Probably the most annoying response. Too bad your gun wasn't loaded then, right, mate? I hope the X-ray scanner works on this emulator. It'd be quite unfortunate if it didn't. Yes, that is correct. What the hell? Why does someone just make a death, like a dying sound? Kill all the enemies. Oh, it works. Awesome. Also, this X-ray scanner in general is really impressive for the N64. Now, this door will open because of the guy who I let live previously.
Get the hell out of here!
But now he's no use anymore. Thanks, mate. Now we can go and get secrets. Many secrets. There we go. Elvis's weapon. Which provides a second alternative to completing the objective if you've lost the crate. I'm pretty sure some guys come up behind you in a second. Let's go and shoot the crate for hilarious effect. And just to show off my point. This is indeed an N64 emulator. It is the 1964 emulator, which is designed specifically to make this game work with keyboard and mouse. We do have a bot with an info command if you're interested. And also welcome to the stream, if I didn't already say that. Oh no, I failed the objective. Hello? We'll see about that game. Yeah, this game in 60 FPS is so good. That was like the main downfall of running it on the N64, but as I said earlier on, it's way ahead of its time, and it's totally worth it. But it's so glorious, with an actual decent frame rate. I have now undone the damage. Of destroying the crate, I mean. Some spooky scientist guy. I almost destroyed that switch, that would have been bad. Because I'm pretty sure that's the one which contains the guy. And by guy, I mean the sample we need. I could be wrong though, it's been a while. I was not wrong. I am glad my memory is reasonable. And this is another example of the objective changing based on the difficulty. Even though the objective itself is the same, it gets more difficult in that the disguise that you need is further into the complex, with more involvement required. Alright, let's see. So yeah, that's all we have left. So I think on special these doors are just open, whereas on perfect you have to go all the way around.
I can convince someone
I think it's okay to kill these scientists. Fortunately, I was correct. And the disguise is not listed on that menu because I have too many things. So I'll have to pause.
Hi, how are you?
I see. I can imagine, yeah, running something like this on a Pi probably wouldn't be ideal. I'm guessing you can do a decent amount of stuff with it though, right?
Yes, heavy recycled round here. Must be near the autopsy lab.
Nobody is any the wiser.
Everyone's been waiting for you.
Except for this guy, who's too smart. It's a good job this Phoenix is ridiculously overpowered. And fun. Yeah, all of the Mayan weapons have that weird reload thing. The sound effect is awesome though, and it's pretty funky. I also like the firing sound for the explosive shells, I think it's pretty cool. Also, I cannot pick up any more ammo for these because I'm full on grenades. But who needs grenades when we have the Phoenix? Fortunately, all of the older consoles up to the PS1 have some pretty awesome games on them though, right? So I guess that's good. Although there are plenty of other ways to emulate them at this point, I guess. But that could be said for this too. Re-releases are common as well, nowadays. Easy money or something. I don't know. Fortunately, that guy was reloading. And there we go. There's Elvis. Now for our first mission involving protecting other things, if you don't count Dr. Carroll, because he's easy to keep alive if you just shove him in the lift. So there's probably going to be failure here, because Elvis and Jonathan are not easy to protect towards the end, because they're honestly pretty stupid. Actually, Elvis is fine, it's Jonathan who's the idiot. Where's the other one? There we go. I don't need this at all, but it's fun to get all the secret weapons. I suppose the first time I fail a mission, I will just stop for the night, since this was supposed to be a very short stream anyway, and it's been an hour now. I think we've established that the emulator is reasonable. Although we may encounter problems with the Cam Spy and Drug Spy. Yeah, this game is insane on Perfect Agent. Especially the Carrington Institute. Screw that level. Even with 2 players, that's insane.
Understood. Time to hook up with Jonathan before he gets into more trouble.
I like the idle animation, where they're randomly trying to squat flies around them. The enemies can also cheat in that their clips can hold way more bullets than yours. They can just fire for like a minute straight if they want, sometimes. Also, these guys have too much armor for these pistols to be worth it. Let's just switch now.
There's someone here.
That's just a shield on special, but it is the actual alien med pack on perfect, but we already start with that on special, so that's cool. Still gotta go find Jonathan though, because he's miles away on this difficulty. Just use grenades for a bit, because I have plenty. Hopefully Jonathan doesn't instantly run into the explosion and die, because, honestly, that's the kind of thing he does.
We need to get back to our friend.
Don't run into the explosion, please. Sweet. I'm just gonna go and hope he catches up eventually. I definitely haven't played this a lot of times or anything to know where all the big groups are. Except wait, I've totally played this loads of times. Please hurry. You're not even coming, are you? I think he's dead. Yeah, the grenades are pretty awesome. Also, I like the animation that changes between the firing modes. Do your thing, please.
Right, we're near. Follow me, Joe.
Oh. I definitely clicked. It was like, nope.
Okay, stand back. Okay, Joe. Let's go.
Clear out a few guys in an effort to keep Jonathan alive. Yeah, I never played that game. I've seen a couple of videos of it, and I really didn't like what I was looking at, so I kinda didn't bother. Also, Jonathan's totally about to die. But what can you really do about that when he decides to take on like 5,000 enemies by himself? Really? Wrong button. Wrong button again. One day I'll get used to this emulator's controls. Apparently that day's not today. So we're just gonna make do with the pistol. It's a good job there was a wall in the way there, or he'd be so dead. Jonathan, please, why do you do this? He's definitely gonna die. Like how the game just continues after the cutscene. With the guy right there. He just kinda stands there and lets the cutscene play out. So this is another one of those situations where later levels are affected by your decisions. You can let Jonathan open the doors, and then he dies, and the level ends right here, or you can open the doors for him, and then he survives, and then you have to do more crap to get out.
Oh no, we have a problem. The single-seater. You can get in. No more.
It's the only way out of here.
Does it got no style? You know what I'm saying?
You're the only one who can fly it, Elvis,
So I'm just going to try and get Jonathan to go away as soon as possible so he doesn't die. He's probably still going to die because even after you tell him to escape with Elvis, he still goes to kill enemies.
there must be a way out.
Because he is a moron.
I'll get out on that hover bike. Now cover me while I open the door.
Jonathan, go with Elvis. I'll see to the contract.
Now can you please actually go with Elvis instead of just fighting random enemies? Because that would be fantastic. There's been several occasions in the past where it's like, okay, go with Elvis, and then he just doesn't, and then he dies. Like, he's still standing there trying to fight people, as you can see. Need to open these, like, right away, just to get him to go away. Usually he dies right before you press the second one, and it's really annoying. Hopefully that just made him disappear. So we should be good now.
Get me out before they lock the base down.
And no, it does not impact the ending, it just makes one of the objectives easier a little later on, although I might have just answered that, and then answered it again, without paying attention. Apologies if I answered twice. Maybe I just played the answer back in my head. Get out of the way. And now we go back through all of the areas from the previous two stages, which is kinda cool. Because all of the levels are connected. That was weird. And this brings us our way through that thing onto the dish. Hooray. I think this level's probably my favourite. It's a little more interesting on Perfect than it is on Special, but it's still pretty cool. Although, I don't think I'll be able to use the Drug Spy because of the whole
Darkened position.
mouse and keyboard control thing, but let's just give it a quick try. Oh, you can use the arrow keys to rotate. That's really confusing. I think I'll just not bother with the Drug Spy and just use the crossbow, even though I normally wouldn't do that, so we'll probably fail a couple of times while we get used to this. Essentially, these guards are like the President's guards, or whatever, or like innocent guards, so they like don't work for Data 9, so you're not allowed to kill them. And if you do, you fail. Which is why we shoot them with massive crossbow bolts. Set to sedate, of course. Wrong. There we go. Oh yeah, now a stewardess. We have to throw away all of our stuff soon. Where?
Are you new around here?
I always love that.
Oh my god!
I also enjoy some of the close combat moves that these guys try to pull off. Like, everyone is a martial arts master. Even the guys who just sit at desks and work the offices.
Good afternoon.
Hey,
Okay, you know the way from here.
Hi.
Hi there.
hi.
Now we run.
Do something.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
When you're quite ready. See, the problem with the K7 Avenger is that it only has a 25 bullet magazine, but it's absolutely deadly, so if the enemy like keeps it pointed on you for like 1 second, you just die. All of your health is gone. Or at least that's the case on Perfect. All we have to do is get to the end now though, so I can just go the short way. Instead of having any of the extra crap to do. There's 2 entrances onto the plane. One of them, which is this one, starts you in the cargo hold, and the other one is much more annoying, but it's easier to get to on Perfect Agent, because you have to go to the safe, which is miles away from here. And also, yes, that guy's face was fantastic. I just had to draw some attention to it. There may be death here if I fuck shit up. Or if I get knocked into lasers by these guys. We should be good now. Not too bad. So this level is short if it all goes well, but at the same time, it's another one where you have to protect someone, and the President is pretty annoying to keep alive if stuff goes horribly wrong. This'll be cool. What could possibly go wrong except for everything? And also apparently except for the music not playing. That's not acceptable. Let's try to get some music. Maybe if I let the cutscene play for a few seconds.
Have you thought any more about that proposal I gave you, sir?
Nope, this level does not like playing music apparently. Whatever.
Hi.
Indeed, good point. You do not get the hop bike on the next level if you don't release it here. Very important. I hope the music starts when we get to the President for the X theme. That would kinda suck. Rare games aren't really the same without their awesome soundtracks. Nope. Once again, you can't retaliate here, or you fail.
Who are you, young lady?
Mr. President, you're in danger. Trent is trying to kidnap you.
You can't make accusations like that without evidence. I assume that you have some.
This is a recording of a meeting between Trent and the other conspirators.
It seems overwhelming. I'm in your hands. What do we do now?
More background failures.
The hell was that?
We have to get you to the escape pod.
And now the music works. Hooray. I think I just accidentally killed a presidential guard, but what can you do, really? Let's go ahead and activate these boosts. For this next room. this can be quite problematic because if you chase Trent too quickly here, he doesn't despawn. And if he doesn't despawn, he starts fighting you, and he has a golden magnum, which is a one-hit kill on both you and the president. So it's pretty, like, following him is a disadvantage. You just want to kind of let him go. Hurry up, please. Right, well, I have no laptop ammo left. Protecting the president part went just fine. Nothing too bad. And then, on Perfect Agent, we'd also have to go up to the cockpit and turn on the autopilot. After that. Or before that, depending on the order you do things in. You can throw the mine first before saving the president, if you like. Scanner, beacon, clone. Again, another one which is fine until it comes to keeping the president alive. Things can go wrong that are kind of sometimes beyond your control. And apparently it's another level where the background's not going to work properly, but whatever. Here's that hover bike we released earlier. The president would absolutely run right into the explosion. You're not even slightly wrong. No, I'm not a huge fan of this level, but the music's awesome. Beep. Having said that, I have already done half of the objectives. I guess I'll try and go the short way, even though I normally go all the way around. Yep, the sky is definitely missing. I think the sun was there, but the rest of the skybox is actually gone. It's fine on Project 64, but on Project 64 you don't get to use your mouse, so I'll deal with it. Didn't survive that, did he? No. So this is the cave where the president is. I will go and get the clone first. Two more guys, right? Ow. Oh, three more guys. That's supposed to be really dark, but more emulator bugs, I guess. So there's only two more things that can go wrong. The robots exploding on the president, or the president being a moron. That's a good question. Let's find out. Because it would be detrimental to the security of the United States of America if there were two identical people claiming to be the president. There you go. This is our only chance in the game to grab Trent's Magnum, so let's do that. Now we just rush this guy to Elvis before we get ambushed. Theoretically, the President is supposed to be invincible once you get him to Elvis, because Elvis is supposed to be really awesome at protecting him if you don't do this objective last, but I don't trust it.
Elvis, he'll be able to protect the president.
If he dies now, I'll be sad. I always take the approach of just running to the destination and hoping they follow quickly rather than kind of sticking with them while they dawdle along. Four minutes, not too bad. Although nowhere near fast enough for the cheat. For some reason, the layout of this next level always confuses the crap out of me, as well. I never really understood the layout fully, I guess. Maybe this is the first time for everything, and today's my lucky day.
You go on ahead, Joe. I'll secure the perimeter.
Now he has his shoes and his snorkel. Snorkels are great when you're miles under the sea. Also, this item, the N-bomb, was changed to N-grenade in the Xbox Live release. More random information.
Trigger the alarm.
And as it happens, the N-bomb is the most devastating weapon, in my opinion. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's why they changed it. Either that or people had complained about it previously or something.
They'll be unable to conduct operations without any power.
Yes, they increased the resolution to 1080, upscaled all the textures, or rather redid the textures, I guess, and increased the frame rate to 60, which was the main attraction, I suppose. And obviously modernized the control scheme. And added online. Although I don't think it was ever massively active. What are we doing now? Okay, I'll just do them in order. There's that face again.
Without the autopilot and GPS, ship will wander off station. Pull the plug on that. Now!
Please, don't hurt me.
Die, you traitor!
Switch this thing off.
I'll shut it down.
Please, don't shoot me.
Okie dokie. Now we just need to clear out the rest of these floors. And go down to the moon pool lift. And then I will show off an awesome exploit once we get there. That is assuming I can ever find the thing.
There's someone here.
Okay, it's time to switch weapons, I think. This is not the way to the moon pool lift. Why am I doing it anyway? I guess because I've started.
Get her.
All the ammo. You mean the fire Mario? Because that's obviously what they are. did I even come from? I came from that way, yeah. Yeah, so doing that entire bottom floor was... wait, no. The entire bottom floor was pointless because the moon pool lift is on this floor. I just forgot. Like I said, I'm not great with the layout of this place. This is the room we're talking about. This is a good time to try out an N-bomb. I guess we'll clear this room first. Oh, he actually got the alarm off. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So the N-bomb essentially deals massive AoE damage. It also makes them very dizzy, makes them drop their weapons. It does pretty much everything. It's cool. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to play this emulator because you're actually good at these games. Don't listen to anything she says about being bad at FPSs because it's not true. She just wants to convince you to play against her and so she can wreck you. Anyway, here is the exploit I was talking about. After you've done all of the objectives, which I'm pretty sure I have, except the last one, you are supposed to go all the way to the bottom, find Elvis, and then go all the way up to the top floor and fight your way through an absolute crap ton of enemies to get to the end. And then the end is the other side of this door, but with the X-ray scanner, which was for the first objective, you can actually see the switch from this side. And because you can see it, you can press it. So you just turn the X-ray scanner on, press the switch from this side, and then you're done. And it saves a lot of time. Although I think I have to go and speak to Elvis to actually end the level, but as soon as I do that, we should be good. It's an excellent shortcut. I went the wrong way again, didn't I? Yeah, there the stairs up. I guess these guys spawned with the alarm. So I did have to clear out the other corridor anyway. So that's cool. I didn't waste my time.
Joel, what took you so long? Follow me. It's an office old town.
Okay, so now that he's moving towards the exit, I just need to get back to that moon pool room before he gets to all the enemies. Like I said, it saves you fighting your way through like 5 million corridors full of guys. You can just skip the whole thing, and it helps a lot with the unlocking the cheat for doing it in like 7 minutes or something. Wait, that's not the right way, is it? I think it was the right way. I got it wrong again. Oh no, I didn't. I'm never going to learn the layout of this ship, just saying. There we go. Awesome skip. And I'm out of drink. Oh well. Here's another level where the disable seat and mega weapon changes completely based on your difficulty. On Agent and Special, Elvis does it, and on Perfect, you do it yourself. And the difficulty of that depends on your difficulty. This thing just lets you see guys who are cloaked. That was not a good start. At least Elvis is really useful when he has this weapon, because it one-shots anything in the game. And he's actually pretty decent with it. I'm trying to not get too close to these shotguns, because they are pretty dangerous. There's a secret set of mines you can get here, if you manage to kill all of these guys before Elvis does, or maybe just that guy there, actually. then you get some mines. And apart from the cutscene, which I skipped, here's the first time you see a Skedar. And if you have auto-aim enabled, it auto-aims at it like really, really strongly, much stronger than anything that's actually alive. To creep you out, I guess. I am not a huge fan of this level, but it gets better on Perfect Agent when you actually have stuff to do with the Farsight. Fortunately, the shield is still here on special. I'll probably need it, because apparently I'm bad. Or I could just not use the shotgun. Not that I have much ammo for this. On Agent, all these switches are already activated. You gotta do them yourself on the other difficulties. Although again, there seems to be some weird lighting problems in this emulator where it looks like the switches are all already activated. Indeed they do. I guess they didn't really know what it would look like when they were coming down here. Or something. So while he's doing that, I should be able to just run back to the beginning and not have to fight the guys. Elvis can do that for me. Oh, actually, no, you know what? I will fight these guys, because if I don't, they'll probably kill me on the way out later when I forget that they're here. I think they like spawn as soon as he activates the thing.
This will help us to get around the ship quicker.
There. I heard them. That didn't really go as smoothly as I would have hoped. But they're dead now, so let's move on. I'm slightly concerned about protecting Elvis. But it'll probably be fine.
Keep the gun. Keep those skin off my back while I'm moving.
That was the Farsight he gave me. Certainly the most balanced weapon in terms of multiplayer. Hint, it's not really. It's awesome though. Let's give it a try. And hope it works on this emulator. It does, but it's laggy as all heck. That's enough of that. So, Special Agent, we go this way.
Here. My gun.
Nope. No guns for you. Now we just wait for Elvis. To be honest, Special Agent is the difficulty I'm least familiar with, so... yeah, well, I guess we'll just see how it goes. Elvis, where the hell are you? Don't tell me you're waiting like at the start of the area or something. Why don't you have a gun? You're supposed to have a gun. I guess he only has a gun on Agent. And Perfect. Now we just have to watch out for all the stupid Skedar. And hope we have enough ammo. I should really just use the follow lock on of the other thing, but... meh. I don't know if these die in one hit for sure. I should probably try and find that out. No, they don't. There's only 3 places they can come from, though, I think. All I need to do is not stumble around when I run out of ammo, because my muscle memory is screwing with these switching weapon controls of this emulator. I guess I'll switch now since my ammo is low. Oh, that wasn't anywhere near as bad as I remembered. Oh, now he has a weapon. Okay. I'll just go ahead and overtake him here. That's all fine. Just need to not accidentally shoot Dr. Carroll if I use the Farsight. I guess I won't bother with the Farsight though, there's only 2 of them.
There's Dr. Carroll. Let's see if we can reverse what the Carroll.
And Elvis killed one of them for me.
We have to get out of here.
Indeed he is. That is an excellent observation. No, apparently I did not. I will check the tab in a second. Oh, that might be it, actually, if it's auto-hosting. I have to unhook the mouse from the game and such to check, so I guess I won't bother if you did auto-host, because I will assume that that's what it is. Also, this cutscene is unskippable because it wants you to think you're watching the ending, even though you're totally not. Spoilers.
Already, John? We can't keep the main delegation waiting. Or the president, of course.
Am I ready? What do you mean?
Joanna, we're under attack! Get the guns back online! Hurry!
The auto defenses will really help me out.
This level is hard. Especially on perfect. Whoops. Crap, that was bad. First time the enemies have shields. And yes, the hostages.
Get up to the offices and save them!
Steve. I'll have to go carefully. The hostages are counting on me.
It's pretty cool the way they managed to fit the tutorial area, I guess, into its own level. Given it's your base of operations and whatnot. And both of the firing range guys died. That's excellent. That means I'm probably going to fail this. I'll have to save pretty much everyone else. Which means we'll need our boosts here. Oh, and somehow we still only managed to save one. Okay, we definitely have to save all the rest then. Fortunately, you can predict what's going to happen up here. Because there's always one guy in each room who doesn't have his gun loaded.
Thanks for coming back to me, Joanna.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, this level took me like 5 million tries on perfect.
Thanks.
That was too close. Maybe I could take them out myself.
By using a new form of shield technology, Buster was working on a new weapon.
Just checking the objectives there because I wasn't sure which one is not required for perfect. For special, even. Ow.
This is what Buster is working on.
Things are desperate. Find the bomb. Find it and get it out of the building.
We definitely need the cloak here because there's like a million Skedar. Unfortunately, I think I'm here a bit too early because they're all still down here. I should wait for them to run upstairs. Oh god, they're all right there. I think I'm gonna die here. Oh god. This is not good. Lesson learned. Don't be too good at the game. Okay, is that enough? Come on.
Well done, Joanna. We're nearly clear. Buster's waiting for you.
Sweet. Alright, yeah, my drink is empty. Let's see. Blah de blah de blah. That's fine. I just need to not screw up the knife throw at the start. You get one chance, and if you miss, like the knife, you lose the knife, then you're kind of screwed. That was a hit. Now we just wait for the poison to kick in.
Down and we can help you.
I've got to get those shields down to let Elvis in. I need all the help I can get.
There's an apt quote. I can't imagine saying that very often though. Wait, where's the corpse? Am I not paying attention or something? Oh, I like how it ran past the other one. That's fair. Crap, I missed. Also, the charged up mauler doesn't really look right on this emulator, but that's kind of a common problem right now, isn't it? There we go. She's dead. And for some reason is wearing the necklace even though I just picked it up. Oh no, I didn't pick it up. What the hell? Oh, I guess you don't need it on special or something. I thought you could always pick it up regardless. Well, maybe I am mistaken.
Good to see you, Joanna. Take this. You should find it useful.
At least he's generous enough to give you full ammo. I'll just leave it to those guys while I rob all the ammo. Which I probably won't need. But hey, collecting guns is fun, right? I could also kill one of those guys for their weapon if I wanted to be a complete scumbag.
Time to head upwards.
But it would have no ammo. And incidentally, getting melee attacked by a Skedar is pretty much instant death. Don't want to get too close. just need to do the engines.
Time to head upwards.
That recycled dialogue. I think that died. And yeah, these things don't really die from headshots, you have to kind of shoot that brain tendril thing on the back for that. Oh, I did run out of ammo after all, I stand corrected. I agree, let's go. And before Elvis dies in the explosion somehow. That would make me sad. I think it's worth just letting the weapon charge so that they die in one shot.
You go on ahead, Joe. I'll secure the perimeter. We'll meet up later.
We control the bridge. Gonna ship it out.
Whenever you're ready, lift. Cool.
Look out, Joanna. I think we've made them angry.
We, huh? Elvis, please don't make your head run right into my bullets. Somehow we won't even know there was one left. So this next level here is the temple level that you were talking about at the start of the stream, if I am not mistaken, Arian. Right, maybe. I'm gonna put this on high impact shells and use it from the start, because if all goes to plan I'll be able to get the double Phoenix. Although getting the double Phoenix is dependent on one of the, on the big pillar having a target amplifier on it, because I don't think you can devastate that one. Because there's these 5 pillars and it's random every time as to the 3 you have to throw targets on, and if you destroy the rest of the targets with the Devastator then you get a double Phoenix. Which is what we're going for. This level is pretty serious business.
This seems to be one of the special pillars.
Where are we? Wait, was that a special pill? Yes, it was. Now, unfortunately, this big one here is not one of the ones which need target amplifying, so I don't know if this is going to work. No, it doesn't. Maybe I'm not getting the double Phoenix today, which would be unfortunate. I'll try it again after doing the rest. I did call it before we started, though. I guess it's just hard mode if we don't get that, though, right? Essentially. And what makes you say that, Lily? So once those have exploded, let's try this one again. Although, if I try it again and it doesn't work, I can't actually finish the level, so maybe I shouldn't. What do we think? Should we go for the double Phoenix and then just restart if we fail, or should we ignore the double Phoenix and go hard mode? I mean, I have memorized the locations, but what can you do? Yeah, you know what, I agree, let's try. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work, but I'm happy to restart until that one needs amplifying. It only takes a couple of minutes. Oh, it worked. Excellent. For some reason I thought you couldn't destroy that, maybe you just need like 2 explosions, or one has to be a wall hugger. That's why I used my Callisto instead of the Falcon 2, because the Falcon 2 and the Phoenix both use the same bullets. That was sorted. Double Phoenix and a crap load of ammo. Just need to not walk in like an idiot. Nope. Oh, apparently my Phoenix explosions destroyed the shield. That's actually not great. I would have been a little more careful if I'd known that I wasn't going to be getting a shield, essentially. Oh well. It does say objectives failed because it thinks you need explosive ammo to get into this wall here, and because I don't have any left for the Devastator, it's like, nope, you need to abort. Well, that's going to change as soon as I shoot this wall. We're now incomplete again. These doors like to get stuck all the time, because of the whole insufficient power bullshit. Kind of annoying for running the level quickly to try and get the cheats, honestly. I should probably be a little more careful now, since I have no shield and such. Oh, yeah, they just kind of appear, apparently. Normally I'd put the IR scanner in here, but it's bright enough for me to see. I don't know if that applies to the stream. But meh. It's only for a couple of minutes. The guys around this corner have slayers, so it's important to intercept those rockets. He says and then doesn't. But I dodged it. There we go. Make them shoot their thing into your explosion. Do I need to make a sacrifice on special? I do. That's gonna be the Reaver, because the Reaver's crap. Except apparently you can't sacrifice that. There we go. Have my Falcon too. which magically returns power to the entire area. Please open. 5th time lucky. Wow. It's the trolley of stores. This is another section we can choose by opening the freezing cryogenic pod, whatever things, before they come out of them themselves.
Oh no! The split our army into splinters on
Let's grab a little bit of this ammo. That should be way more than enough. Now we just have the final boss. Which shouldn't be too bad with the double phoenix as long as I don't get slayed to death. Like just there, that would have been bad if it hit me. Oh, he's doing that thing. I don't like that thing. Why is he doing that thing? I'm stuck on the wall. That's really bad. Okay, he's back. Essentially, the statue behind him has infinite shield, except when he's recharging his own. That's the game with a keyboard and mouse. That was entertaining. And then she died, except she didn't. But we shall watch the credits, even though they look really weird in this emulator, because we get the awesome music, and also we get the Gingernator sound in a second from the end of Banjo-Kazooie, this one here. In fact, I don't think we failed any missions there. Thanks for watching, guys. That was entertaining. I will probably do GoldenEye next. And then maybe we'll go up to higher difficulties at some point. But before that, I'll probably go back to like Kaizo Mario 64 for more punishment. Because we can't have more than one stream in a row where I actually do stuff well, obviously. And I guess I can see if there's any way to make this emulator behave a little better, but again, I can't really complain too much because its draw is more the fact that it works well with keyboard and mouse. Yeah, just a little bit. I haven't even bothered checking the settings, to be honest. This emulator is called 1964, and my current version is 0.8.5. Just like the actual number. Yeah, that one. There you go. And since I finished the game on special, I should have the first 2 extra levels, so maybe I'll give them a quick run. There's the Gingernator again. I shall look forward to Lillian's stream of GoldenEye, or indeed this, so she can show off those mad FPS skills. That's fine, as long as you just shoot all the enemies in the head. Yeah, it should be pretty entertaining. I don't know if she's mentioned it before, but back in the day she used to stream very regularly various games, because she was like OP, and won a lot of money in tournaments. And I was like, no, never playing a PC shooter with you. So I guess that ended up not really being a short stream after all, did it? Apparently we're on like 2 hours right now. Also, we've dropped 32 entire frames. That's unacceptable. That's like half a second's worth of frames. And I am continuing to do all of the encoding on my graphics card to try and make my CPU fan shut the hell up. And also because it's just better. And then I think on the N64 this is an infinite loop until you hard reset. Let's find out. And once you finish the game you have the option of making this your new title screen, rather than repeating the cutscene for the first mission. Yeah, so let's see. Let's just go ahead and reload. That's not supposed to be flashing. Perfect Dark TM. So now we have Mr. Bond's Revenge and my NSOS. Let's give this a go. That is what I said, yes. Wrong button. We're still pressing the wrong button constantly, and that is what is going to cause me to fail. We are not staying on the ground floor to fight these because, yeah, we're going to get wrecked. Now we just need to get Cassandra to the top before that timer runs out and we die. This is also the only level in the game where the enemies have N-bombs. Now we need to go up using the stairs. So the point of these extra levels is to fill in gaps in the main story. So this one is explaining how Cassandra ended up on the attack ship with Joanna. And the one after this explains how Elvis called the Institute to Area 51, and he just threw an M-bomb. Nice going, mate. I'm sure that did way more harm than good. So yeah, the main problem with the enemies having N-bombs here is that their range is absolutely enormous, and they will beat the crap out of Cassandra half of the time, like this guy here. One of these will throw an N-bomb, and it will affect her badly. Except in this case, I actually managed to kill them. Obviously, this building has upped its security a little bit since Joanna infiltrated, but it's still not good enough. Also, these cars, you can shoot them to kill enemies in the next room along if they're close enough to the building. There we go. This is probably the hardest level because you play as Elvis, who has a massive head and runs slower, and also he starts with like really low health because he's just kind of been shot down and whatnot. And if you don't disarm these guys, then you're left with like no ammo for the entire level.
My gun!
Thanks for the extra ammo. Wow, that did not go well. I just got punched twice. That means I have to do the entire rest of the level with like no damage. I'm probably gonna die here, and when we do, we'll call it a day. This does have the best gun in the game though, the Psychosis gun. You shoot an enemy with it and they change alliances to you. Works really well on OP guys like the guy with the double golden magnums. Wow, that's a lot of ammo. Usually don't get anywhere near this much ammo.
Come here.
Falcon 2s are not good against guys with this Area 51 armor, are they? Yeah, this is bad. Oh crap, the gold magnum guy. He needs to be psychosed. His reactions are insane. He will just wreck everything now. Kind of.
Target sighted.
Hopefully he'll be able to clear most of the enemies. He'll get taken down eventually though. Come on, you can do better than that, dude. There was one time where he took all three of those out in like 1 second. And he died. How did you die to a scientist? What is wrong with you? Having said that, I'm totally going to do that now. But, you know, I think they drop Psychosis ammo too. 1 round each. Now all we need to do is get to the end. Seems easy in theory, but it's really not. We already have exactly 0 health left. And I'm pretty sure there's no shields. Die, please. so we need to do pretty much the entire rest of the level with no damage. Collect this ammo, because I'll probably need it. All of the speed strafing ever. And now unavoidable alarm. That guy was extremely observant. How are you not dead? Crap. I guess I should just spray bullets a bit more and not worry too much about the ammo, otherwise I am going to die. There's too many places they can come from here. That happened last time I was here by this lift as well. One of them just randomly cried out even though I wasn't doing anything. And I'm pretty sure they don't react to each other, usually. Oh. Oh, it's empty, what the hell? Did he like die in the lift or something? I can't even see you. I mean I can, but I can't do anything. Hopefully there's none behind me now, because that would be pretty bad. I want this next guy to work with me though. I'm gonna need a little help. Hopefully he lasts more than like 1 second. And you as well. I think I missed him, but what can you do? Oh no, I got him. But then he died. Hopefully he'll at least be a distraction for a few seconds while I get up here. You did pretty well. Thanks, dude. He's still alive. And he also completed an objective for me, apparently. Or at least it would have been an objective had I been on perfect. And then he ran into it and died. I'm starting to think he only destroyed the flying saucers so he could run into the explosion. Get her. Get that female alien called Elvis. I'm glad that door closed then. Had to hold back a second there in case I shut the computer. Well, somehow we did manage to do most of the level with no damage after getting punched in the face twice at the start. Unfortunately, we can't play War because we haven't finished the game on perfect. So... yeah, we're at like 2 hours 15. I guess we'll call it a day there. That's pretty much all I can be bothered to do right now. It went on way longer than I was intending, but I didn't actually fail, so we just kinda went through the game and had fun, I guess. Or at least I did. I hope you guys did too. Thank you for joining and watching, and I will see you whenever I stream next. Bye-bye. And then I remembered my mouse was locked to the emulator, so I couldn't move it over to click the stop button, so let's try that again. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.